So this is a great one to find out here. There's so much respect for this plant. It's not from here, it's from Europe, but it certainly has made its presence here very, very fully. And it's one that people can confuse, because when you come across, especially in this state of living, you could easily think, oh, this is a fennel. But actually, it's not. It's a very poisonous plant. It's one that's very prolific and common. This the best way to sort of tell the difference is you can sniff the seeds, and in this case you don't get any fennel smell, and that should make you suspicious right away. But they're in the same family. They both have umbels, so that's the umbrella. Look, you can see how nice that looks, just like an umbrella there. And everything in this family, in the umbelliferae family, the carrot family or the parsley family, has umbels. And so this is a member of that family, but it's not a fennel. And that's why it's important that we get to know it. Not only that, but it's also a very, very powerful plant. It's one of those plants that can kill a human. So I think it's an important one to have as your friend. So we don't need any mistaken deaths around. So, and also I fully believe, and I know this is probably controversial, but if someone wants to die, if they're sick or they have chronic disease or whatever, I'm not one to determine why someone might want to die. Well, this would be a really appropriate way to go. And of course, one of the great thinkers of Greek history, this is the way he chose to die. He was told he was going to die. He didn't want to die, but they said you can choose how you want to die. And he chose to eat the roots of this, and that was Socrates. And so there's a famous book called The Death of Socrates, which takes you through him eating it and then talking and giving a lecture, giving a talk with his some of his colleagues and his students, and slowly saying, oh, my legs, this is the thing you get from this one. If you eat this one, you can't feel your feet anymore, and then you can't feel your ankles, and that goes up your legs and up your chest, and finally when it gets up to your chest where your heart is, you stop, your heartbeat stops, and you die soon after. And so this one is the way he chose to go, and I think I don't think I would, if I had to choose a plant to die, I guess I would probably think this would be an appropriate one to do. Compared to its close relative, water hemlock, which you have convulsions and frothing at the mouth, and not nearly as exciting, or more exciting, I guess, but not the way I'd want to die. So this one's pretty mellow. I've heard a story. I haven't seen it documented, but I heard a story that there were some campers in the mountains, in the Sierra Mountains, who ate a little bit of this, and you can see the live plant down there. You can see they picked it thinking it was a kind of wild parsley, and you can see how that mistake would happen. So they didn't eat very much of it. Like, as I said, a quarter teaspoon of the root can kill you. So they ate some of the greens, which aren't as concentrated, and when they did that, it didn't kill them, but it paralyzed the whole family. And they lay on the ground for more than a day, like 2 or 3 days maybe, before they could get their feeling back again. So it numbed them out, but it didn't kill them. And then they got their feelings back, and they were able to crawl out and get back to safety and say, this is our story. So don't have that story with you. Stay smart and recognize that doesn't look anything like fennel, really. And this is one of those areas where really knowing your plants is a life and death, kind of issue. There's enough of this plant in California to kill, every adult in the whole state. So let's not have any of that. Let's keep this one in a respectful place and realize it's a powerful ally, but not one to put in your body.